Hello, everyone. This is the SIG-Network Ingress NGINX sub-project meeting. Today is June 22nd, 2021. This is a Kubernetes community meeting, and we ask you to comply with the code of conduct, which basically means be excellent to each other. If there are any violations or issues, please report them to the SIG chairs or to myself privately. With that, we can go ahead and get started. We've got a lot of ground to cover. We've got a big update coming through, and we need to walk through that and discuss that. So before we get started, we have some new faces, some new members on the team. So we can go ahead and go around the block and you can introduce yourselves.
Thanks, James. I'm Alan Chan. I'm one of the alliances managers within the NGINX product group, now part of F5. We're super excited to be invited to the SIG meeting and looking to contribute moving forward. Damien?
Yeah, and hi, I'm Damian Curry. I head up the technical team for the Alliances group and the Alliances and Community group with NGINX. So yeah, we're excited to be a part of this. And Brian?
And I'm Brian Ehlert. I sit over on the product side on the NGINX team, as well as focusing on Ingress and Kubernetes.
So James, just a little context for you. We've been working with Mark Church over at Google, and he had suggested that we attend some of these meetings and see if there's an opportunity for us to contribute based on some of the work that we've been putting into the NGINX open source Index controller that we've been maintaining and managing.
Okay, so then it's only me left. So I'm Noah, and I'm new to the community, and I want to get involved and help things. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining. Definitely look forward to helping out. Like I was telling, I met and talked and discussed things with Noah yesterday. I think the big thing is just we're working on the stabilization of the product. So we've got three big focuses right now as a community. One is the 122 release, which we've got a lot to discuss about, that Ricardo is going to give us an update on. The release cycle, understanding what our release cycle is going to look like, and making that a little bit more transparent. Right now, it's a little kludgy is probably the best word. So it takes some time. So we're going to try to work on cleaning up the release cycle. And then, of course, looking at our base image, because it takes about an hour and a half. We just did a release with the 120 NGINX version, and it took about an hour and a half to get from the compile time and build to about 3 hours for a release. So we're trying to look to figure out what we should be doing from a community perspective on that. So is that. Do we want to walk through the triaging of some issues, Ricardo? I know that we've got a lot of people looking at things. Is there any major things that we need to look at from right now, or should we just really just jump into the open topics, because I know that's going to take a good portion of time?
Yeah, so I think we can go to the open topics right now, and if we got some time later to make some issue triage, I have started to prioritize at least the ones that I think that might be urgent, like that one from segmentation fault, and that other one that was a new pointer in the admission webhook that is solved. So I guess we can use the open topics right now and then jump later to the issue triage, if that sounds good for everybody.
Sounds good to me, because I think we need to get on to the get the 122 fix in and discuss the release branching. So Ricardo, the floor is yours, good sir.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, so I split my topics into three of them, so we can discuss them separately. The first one is about the branch management. So we've been discussing for a while if we should keep supporting the old Ingress version with the V1 Beta 1 and what's our support window. So I don't know if everybody knows Carlos, but Carlos is from SIG release. He's pretty, he got some pretty expertise in branch management, and I asked him if he can help me with this branch management and how would he do this this branch management. And he proposed us that we have two branches. So one is called release v1 beta 1, which contains the old Ingress version supporting the v1 beta 1, and then we can work over that with the bug fixes and cutting specific releases on that case. Like, yeah, we got a segmentation file that we need to fix on both of them. And the other one being the main master, whatever we can actually, I'm not discussing this right now, but we should probably think about renaming later. But yeah, so the new release that supports only versions more than v1.19, which is already the default version for v1 Ingress API, and also the one that will be evolved, and it's inside the support matrix from Kubernetes. So the idea is, if we find some bugs in previous versions, they affect both versions. So if they affect both versions, we will open the PR and cherry pick into the previous branch as well. Otherwise, we work on that specific branch if it only affects like the older version or the newer version. I don't think it's gonna be the case, because we are not doing a huge refactor of the code, but only dropping the support for v1 beta 1. And I've asked him about the CI jobs, how we could take care about that. So we should probably modify the CI jobs after splitting the branches for specific Kubernetes versions. So in case of release-v1 beta 1, we are going to keep the CI tests for Kubernetes version 1.16 to 1.21, and for the new branch, the main branch, only keeping from v1.19 and forward. Yeah. And the last thing about this subject specifically is that, yeah, we are gonna have, this was actually me thinking. So James knows the pain about coding a release, and yeah, we are probably going to have this pain for right now, for instead of one branch into like for two branches. So we probably need to think better about the automation of this release coding as well. Otherwise, you're gonna spend like one day, one whole day just coding releases. And if we got some specific update into the NGINX based image and not in the final one, we are gonna spend like 2 days doing that, right, James? Because it takes a lot of time. Yeah, so this is about the branch management and removing the v1 beta 1 support. So anybody have any question about this specific topic about branch management? Yes, no, maybe. Okay. Is my internet still working?
It's still working, Ricardo.
Yeah, cool.
I know this is basically what we talked about for the last couple meetings, and it's just again making it actually starting working on the technical implementation. So
yeah. So I wanna really move this forward fastly. So probably we should use like our 15 minutes later this meeting to make some issue triage into the more critical bugs, separate them as things that we need to fix before cutting this branch and saying, yeah, okay, so now we are freezing the support for like v1 beta 1, and we are just going to accept PRs for the main branch if they target the new release, right?
yeah, I think the segmentation fault issue with 4.4 and above is probably going to be the big one that we need to look at.
Yeah. So I am reading the comments on that one. We can go actually through that one later today, but also like we have folks from NGINX, maybe they got some idea of that as well, but some folks, they've put some specific thoughts on that about being some problem with LuaJIT and not with NGINX, because of like probably some heavy reloads. So I've asked for Wayne and for Elvin to make some comments there, but we should probably take a look because they are like our experts in Lua, and probably they know if there is some impact about updating the LuaJIT in the container for some newer version. I am mostly up to doing that. I just don't have bandwidth right now to cut a new staging release that can be used for that, but I can probably try to make that tomorrow and update the LuaJIT and ask for folks, hey, make an attempt to this one, put some stress test and see what happens. All right. So the next subject in the meeting agenda is about V1 Beta 1 drop-in status. It's ready. I finally could manage all of the failing tests and all of the edges of the Ingress. Apparently, is everything working? So Alejandro did a really great job leaving a lot of CI things, a lot of E2E tests. So I am pretty confident that we are going to have some problem, but not like a big problem before something that we forgot. Everything is working just fine, except to a specific point, which is the graceful shutdown that I've commented the E2E test because it's failing on GitHub Actions, but not on my machine. And I have tested on different machines. So it's probably some problem with timeout. I didn't figure out that yet, but I've left a to-do and I'm thinking about probably opening an issue. I need to open an issue and left that at least like, hey, you need to figure out what's happening here and roll back this E2E test back. But we have, I guess, those are 238 E2E tests and all of them passes. So I am pretty comfortable with that situation. And so after that branch split, I wanna release an alpha version and ask for folks to test into that. Okay. So Damian, you unmuted. So do you wanna go ahead?
Oh, no, sorry. I just had myself unmuted. I was
Okay.
just hanging out. But yeah, I mean, with all of this, I mean, if there's any specific areas that we can be most helpful on to kind of help out and get the ball rolling, like, please let us know and we can see what resources we can get looking at this and just jump in where we can help.
Yeah, sure. So, sorry. I'm focusing myself and other folks mostly on this V1 Beta 1 drop because we are almost on Kubernetes V122 release, which is gonna drop the V1 Beta 1. But one thing that specifically we need to take care here, and no one is looking at, is the gateway API. So I don't know if you are aware of that, and if someone is working on that. I am not working on that right now. I have pretty low bandwidth for the community stuffs here, but yeah, we should probably start discussing about that after we cut that release and say, hey, okay, now we support also gateway APIs, right? Because in my opinion, this being like a community effort and the official Ingress that is being used in a lot of stuffs, it's pretty, we really need to have like that gateway API support as well. But right now, I would like to ask if you have some time to take a look into the issues and say, hey, yeah, we know about that, we can help on that. We have a lot of issues with Helm charts, but we have people working on the Helm charts. I guess mostly is about like the code, the Go code and NGINX best practices, for example. So we could make some usage of that as well.
Yeah, that's definitely. I will let Brian comment on the API or the gateway API topic, as he's been looking a lot more into that. But we can definitely, look through the topic, look through the issues, see if there's anything that, we have the cycles to address and anything like that. And yeah, like you said, if there's anything specific like the You said I heard there was some crashes of maybe related to Lua and possibly not NGINX. I mean, we can definitely try to take a look at that stuff as well and see if we can identify a specific issue there.
Would be great. Would be great. Yeah, we can go through them later, like after these topics, we can go through there and maybe assign to folks as well and ask for someone to test as well. So sounds great for me. Cool.
I think the biggest problem with that one is just replicating the issue.
Yeah.
Because we're talking about like 1,800 Ingress resources.
Oh man, yeah. Yeah, that's always fun to try to spin that many up. But you know, it sounds like we can at least get a baseline. We can probably recreate it to a certain extent. But with that many, and depending on the features, I think you're right, leaning towards it being an issue with Lua, you know, causing issues there.
Yeah, I think if we just find out that with that one specifically, it's just a guidance where you're gonna have to increase the memory usage or the memory limits on your Ingress controllers. So
yeah, I think there's probably gonna be a lot of that. So yeah, I would be more than happy to dig through that one, just get an idea of what's going on. And yeah, but like I said, with that many Ingress resources, I'm not entirely surprised. But yeah, it'll be good to look at it, see what functionality they're trying to use that could be adding to their problem, right?
Yeah. Okay. Definitely. Yeah. Load testing, I think, would be a big how you guys do load testing, understanding how you do that and how we could replicate it from a community perspective would be helpful, I think, just so we can see when we've got issues like that. But other than that, from the discussions around the branch management or anything else that Ricardo talked about, any comments or questions or concerns you guys have?
I mean, it seems pretty well thought out to me. Brian, any comments around that? I think you're probably the better one to talk about that. I'm out of the branch management stuff for a long time here, so I don't want to overstep my bounds.
I was about to say, what do you mean, Damien? No, I mean, this looks well thought through, and from our perspective, you know, this is what you guys sort out to work through the project, right? We're here to help. We're here to support. We're here to provide resources as we can. So we want to make sure that the project's successful and that you folks can keep moving forward. That's really what we're here to do is to make sure we can you know give that support to you folks as you need it and keep things moving forward.
Yeah, and I think one of the other things we were thinking that might be helpful is, I don't know if there's any like sort of housekeeping work that, you know, what might be helpful to have. We just got a new person on our team who's doing the kind of program management sort of work, but very technical background. So I don't know if that would be helpful too, to just kind of put some sanity around it. If there's spaces like that we could help, you know, outside of the pure technical work. I mean, we're definitely happy to try to put some time against that as well, if it would be beneficial to the group.
I definitely think that would be helpful to me, because that's the role that I feel like I'm trying to help just triage and direct.
Yeah.
So that would be helpful from that perspective. But
okay,
let's go ahead and Ricardo, did you say we wanted to work through the branch management stuff now, or do we want to? I've got time later today. I don't know what your day looks like. We want to actually try to cut the release today, or I can just push back. Like, if there's some time this week, should we just look at schedules and try to get that scheduled out so that we also don't have the blog post out yet. So if we have the release out before Tim approves the blog post talking about this, we can get the alpha one or the alpha version in there so we can get folks testing it. So I can not stop, but I can put the brakes on getting that blog post out discussing this issue until we have the alpha one cut. You want to do that?
I think that it might be a good idea. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just worried about having a lot of bugs or to close, but as well, like we can use some cherry picking later and say, yeah, so we are working into like fixing those bugs and porting that to the previous release. So
would it be helpful to have a specific tag for this? I don't know if that's too much overhead.
You mean for that release?
Yeah, for the
Yeah, we should probably make that release as well because of that admission controller no pointer. I just
Yeah.
didn't have enough time to make that. But as an example, long he's not here, but he's asking to be more helpful, and he wants to help with that as well. So you can sync with him if you want. Otherwise, I can. Tomorrow is pretty messy to me, but I have like from 4 p.m. From p.m. here in Brazilian time into later. I am pretty free, so we can probably schedule it for tomorrow.
Okay.
Oh,
So cut
yeah,
cut an alpha release tomorrow night.
yeah, sounds good to me.
Okay.
Actually, yeah. So to cut that alpha release, I should merge that into a specific branch and not into main. So we should probably before cut the branch and then merge my PR into main. So I
Okay.
would ask for some folks to review that PR before I merge that, because I can make some mistake. But yeah, anyway, we can work asynchronously this afternoon just to create that specific branch, James, and keep things ready to merge tomorrow.
Do you know which one? Do
It's
you
the
have
one
the
with
PR
the
open or?
yeah, it's the one with the approved. Or you can RIKATZ.
I always use that.
Yeah. I need to change KATZ. KA.
KATZ.
Yeah.
Typing's hard when people are watching.
So that's the approved one. That's you are almost there. We dropped the one better one. Yeah, you passed it. 7156.
Let's just go to 7156. So just go to that number.
56. You got
6.
yeah, this one.
Yep. This one. So
Yeah,
this is the one we
this-
just need.
This was probably the biggest PR from my life.
Okay. So you're
Yeah.
just asking people to test it for us before we merge it in?
No, actually, I I want to merge it and cut an alpha release and ask for people to test.
Gotcha.
But I wanna before merging, I want some folks like Elvin and like anyone that wants to make some fast review and see if I'm forgetting something. I am probably, and this is why alpha releases they exist, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So
So
I think you're the only one with branching permissions on the
Yeah.
repo right now.
Yeah. I can add you and Carlos as well. You just need to open a PR on a repo, and I can approve that.
Okay.
The last thing on the agenda topic from my side is the bugs and priority bugs. So this is actually what I wanted to do with you folks right now. I'm doing some triage into critical or prioritized issues like that one with the new pointer, but I need some help to look into them and at priority confirm that it's actually an issue or it's a feature request, if it's a bug or a feature request, because we've got like 271 and I am not pretty I am not pretty available to triage all of them. So I want at least to confirm which one is actually really a bug that we should take care of in like a short term, and which one is like, yeah, this is a bug, but there is a workaround. It's not like you are not getting a panic, as an example. It's not a segmentation fault, right? So if we got some time right now, I would like to go into at least the bugs one and filter them and triage them.
So the newest first?
I would go into the others first, so we can close them if they are not up. Like if there is some PR assigned to that. Yeah, so there is a PR into that one. Fixed session affinity for canaries. Yeah, cool. So this, yeah, and that's like a lot of thumbs up. So I need to take care. So James, do a favor to me
Start,
and
add it to the. I'll add it to the list.
no, actually, you can go back there.
Just assign it to you.
No, do a slash priority in the comment. Important dash soon. Important dash soon. Yeah. So I wanna use this like as a way of filtering them. So if this is a really a bug or a security issue, we can use like important, critical, urgent. Otherwise, that's an important soon. Otherwise, if that's some sort of cleanup, important long term, right? So it would be helpful for us to at least look into the which of them really needs our attention and which of them needs not as much. So this is one that we should probably take a look, and maybe we can create a dashboard later about that, James.
Yeah, there was something I saw earlier a couple weeks ago about just making the dashboard a little easier from the issues perspective, but I did not save the tweet or the article that had it, so I lost that.
Yeah.
I was looking for that last week. Anyway,
This is something that I'm pretty bad. Okay, Kanbans and dashboards. Don't count on me on that.
Well, hey,
Yeah,
hopefully we can help with all this stuff. So
yes, I need some help with that. Yeah, cool.
yeah, definitely.
So let's take a look into that one. Whitelist search range not working properly with proxy protocol. This is like September
Pretty old.
2009. Yeah, so we got a lot of comments. We don't have a PR onto that, right?
Yeah, I think we looked at it last, and he just keeps reopening it. So go back up to the top. This is part of what I was asking Noah to do for us. So just look at unlabeled tickets or older tickets and asking them to test with newer versions or ask if it's still an issue or a priority. So there's a lot to go through. We just need to continue to work through them.
Yeah, and there is a workaround that. So yeah, we should probably ask, remove the kind bug and ask for confirmation if this is still a bug. And if this is still a bug, so yeah, then please re-add the kind bug label, because this is a pretty old version.
Yeah, this is an older version.
Yeah. So you can go, yeah, go to the comment and ask if this persists into the latest version. And I'm gonna and
Looks because he reopened it, so I'm just gonna ask him specifically.
yeah. Then
And you want me to remove the?
yeah, no
label?
worries. Yeah, do a dash remove slash remove dash kind.
Okay.
That kind bug, space bug. Oh, hold on, James. And another line, dash triage. Space.
Need information. Space.
Yeah.
Need information.
Need information.
Okay.
Cool. It needs information. Yeah. No.
This one still needs information.
Yeah, we can skip that one. Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna look at what the last comment on it is. This one's already stalled out. Let's go look at the last comment on it real quick. Looks like he's still. Oh, this is one I accidentally reassigned.
Okay, so this seems to be a problem.
Yeah.
So let's add a dash priority important slash priority. Yeah, important dash long term. Cool.
Okay. Yeah, because that doesn't sound good. The
What?
not picking up the new certs. Let's go ahead and go to the next one. This one again, older. 32 is still a pretty old version.
Yeah.
Let's see if they okay. 3 weeks ago. I don't think we put
We
any
can
comments
still
on this
reproduce. Hold on. Because if they can still reproduce that,
with 4.1. That's relatively new.
yeah. Request time complete for your eye. Okay, yeah. This seems
I mean, he has a long
important.
term on this one.
Yeah.
That bow button is not happy. Priority. Important long term.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna blame it on the Big Sur upgrade. The keyboard's been acting up. That's not good.
Yeah.
Kind of important on the laptop. I think we've
Yeah.
talked about this one before. We've got this one out there, being able to disable the mod security logs. I remember we talked about this one. Oh, it's got a workaround.
Yeah, so this is that kind of thing that if there is a workaround, I am asking, we should probably add a priority backlog into that as an example, right? Because yeah, you have a workaround, and this doesn't seem actually for me a bug.
Like that priority
So
backlog.
yeah, do a hold on. Do a remove kind bug,
Since there's a workaround.
remove dash kind bug, and do a kind feature. Because actually it's a feature. He's asking for a way to disable mod security logging, right? And there is a workaround. So
Yeah, agreed.
okay.
URLs with special characters don't work in presence of URL rewrite.
Oh, what's the version of this Kubernetes cluster? 1.11?
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Still work can see. Looks like there's been a lot of conversation. May. A month ago. Let's see if anybody's tested it with a newer version.
Yeah, this rewriting stuff is pretty annoying.
So is it just issues with their regex on the rewrite? Or is it an actual issue?
I would take a look into that one later because it seems to me something really specific. This is my opinion, okay? I didn't write into that one.
Well, it's also on older versions too, so I don't know if there's been
Yeah.
any.
But isn't there the last comment like with some up-to-date version?
I didn't see.
It's no,
Can't tell.
yeah. we should probably ask the user for like, hey, are you which version are you running this? Are you still running on that old version? Because
No.
yeah,
I just want to see if there's anybody else who's ran it on newer ones. I don't see rewrite. Oh, can we blame this one on NGINX?
yeah. So
I mean, it is a rewrite. Those are always the toughest ones to implement and troubleshoot, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
no one likes
See if
rejects.
Let's see it. Yeah. So if this is a closed ticket, we can just, based on whatever version's in here, we'll just tell them to upgrade. I've not read these before. You guys. 118. I know we're on 120.
Yeah, so I would keep that one open, but
Yeah.
cycle back into that on another cycle, because it's not that kind of issue that we can say for sure that's a kind feature or like a kind, right?
I don't agree on that.
Yeah, let us take a look at that one. That seems like a good one for us to do a quick review on and see, like,
Yeah.
is this just not creating the rewrite rule properly, or is it, you know, something like that? So let us take a look at this one, and we'll see what we can dig up on it.
Okay,
You want me
cool.
to put it in the notes, or do you want me to assign it to you, Damien?
You can
drop
go
your
ahead and
name here.
assign it to me.
I don't think James can assign to you. You need to drop into that one and do a /assign to yourself.
Okay, I think I've got it open right here. Let me see if I can do that.
Yeah. Because you are not.
Not
I
an
don't
owner.
know if you are a member of the org. So if you are not in the org, the bot doesn't
I
allow that.
don't believe I am.
Okay.
I'm able to subscribe to it.
You just want me to
You
drop
can
it
do-
in the Zoom chat?
Yeah, you can do in the comment. You can do a /assign to yourself.
Oh, if I
Like-
just do /assign, it'll.
Yeah, the bot is gonna assign that to you.
Oh, sweet. Let me make sure I'm signed into the right account here. Okay.
Welcome to Kubernetes, folks. The bot does everything for us.
I know
He complains a lot about what we do.
I stopped living my life in Git before all the bots went crazy and actually helped. It used to be you were just fighting them all the time.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if that worked. Hey,
Yeah.
look at that.
Oh, it's signed email. Awesome.
Cool.
One of these days, I'll actually add a picture or something to my profile. I've had this account long enough.
You're gonna like coming back and working with Kubernetes bots. They are cool.
Hey, I used to make fun of one of my friends because she started spending more time in PowerPoint than in the terminal, and I got to that point now as well. So hopefully, I'm going to be able to claw back a little bit more of the terminal time.
This was my past life before
Yep.
dropping management and coming back to technical stuff.
It looks like this is still an issue. 4.6 is relatively new.
Okay, so we got another issue with Canary, right? The first one. That there is already a PR. Take a look into go back to the issue list.
Oh, is there another one with
Yeah,
Canary in
take a
there?
look into the first one.
This one?
No, sorry. Yeah, so this is for session affinity. Okay, cool.
Let me just search.
Never mind, yeah.
Oh, that's
Or
it.
Canary, only Canary.
You talking about this one? 4.3.
No,
No. Okay.
it's not. Yeah, let's go back and
Let's go back to that guy then. That's this one.
yeah. So yeah, so this is a Lua issue. Okay, so okay, so what's the last comment from Elvin? I think it's yeah.
A while ago, about a year.
Okay, so they are just adding the issue. So is there when is the last comment? It's
About a month
25 days
ago.
ago. Okay.
So the issue still exists. You want to
Okay,
put this on the
cool.
backlog?
Yeah. Or at least at long term.
Okay. Is that right? Priority backlog.
Yeah, yeah.
Got to memorize the bots and all the labels. Okay.
And as soon as you do that, someone is gonna change all of the labels. No worry.
Yeah, probably.
So what you're saying is we should go in and re-edit all the labels and clean them up.
We can do that. Batch method dies with enable mod security default configuration. Yeah, so I don't think this is an Ingress problem, but a mod security problem, maybe. So there is also an issue open. Yeah, on Spider Labs, the patch request body is a single JSON, not terminated in a new line. Blah 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 blah. Let's put patch. Let's put external words.
This looks like a very specific use case.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
if he disables HTTP2, it works. And go to the bottom of that, James, because I want to see if someone is reopening.
Looks like he's just he just keeps reopening it.
Yeah.
So I saw it was linking off to a issue there for Spider Labs.
Yeah. Go ahead and see
I'm
what it
curious
is.
if that, because it seems like this is a issue with the HTTP2 implementation of ModSec. Well, that is one of our engineers. I was making comments there, so we can always see if they've had a chance to look at this again.
Yeah, let's go down to the bottom. Yeah.
Yeah, there's another couple.
Looks like it's still an open issue.
Separately.
Want to skip this one? Ask for someone inside.
Damon, do you want to have someone track this one down?
Yeah, let me give you. Let us try to do that here, because Defan is one of the core NGINX engineers, one of the old school. Been writing NGINX for years, so he's a good dude. But yeah, it seems like this is a bug with mod security, less than a bug with the Ingress resource. So there's yeah, we'll at least we'll at least try to get an update on this one.
Is that already? It's still labeled. You want me? Think we should put this on the backlog, Carter? More important long term.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
That's not a. I wouldn't say that this one is something like a stop point for us for moving forward.
Yeah.
Not the same as the Cordon thing.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Right. Yeah. So we can probably now. I guess it's yeah, we have 10 more minutes. We can probably go into that core dump one, James, and show folks from NGINX F5 about that one.
Yeah,
So if they got some idea.
that's the V1. What's the core dump one? Do we? Anybody know the name of it off the number off
If
the
you
top of
write
their
core
head?
dump, probably. Yeah, that's
Yep, this one.
there is another one on the that one. Yeah, this one that I've added the priority. That's exactly this one.
Yeah, which I'm assuming is gonna be. I think this is the older one.
Yeah.
No, okay. Alrighty. So yeah, newer version still has an issue.
So this is the core dump that they are facing.
So when they see we upgraded to 3.13. I think that was the major upgrade between 4.3 to 4.4. And so they're seeing memory spikes and config reloads, which, as I said, it's usually a Lua problem.
Yeah, well, and even just that's just a big config problem, right? Because it's reading it all into memory and trying to execute that. But yeah, Lua will definitely cause some extra headaches there. And it's does it call out? I'm just kind of scrolling through here. Do they link off to their Ingress config or just more details on what they're doing with it in here?
Not on the original.
Okay.
But there is
somebody
some
down
comments.
further. There's a lot of
Yeah.
people confirming the issue.
Yeah.
And then there
for
was
sure.
one.
Someone also proposed like that we should start working on splitting the configuration file into smaller configuration files, but I don't know how much this would be helpful.
No, it's all that's going to do is just do file system cleanup, right? Like the first thing NGINX does is just cats all of the config files into a single file and then loads it. So it's not really gonna matter.
Yeah, so here's an example, right?
Okay.
60% usage. That's a rather,
Yeah.
4 gigs.
So some folks say that this went away when they downgraded from 0.45 to 0.43, like that comment in May 3rd. One thing that we should probably do later, James, is compare between both tags and see if the update from Alpine was only the thing that was actually updated, or if the Lua JIT was updated as well. What else was updated, right? I don't know if you folks are aware. So we use a lot of Lua here because of the hot reload themes, right?
Yep.
So yeah, then using them on hash maps.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good point. Let's go. I don't think we've looked at that.
There is a comparison theme. Yeah, so click on the compare.
Yeah, the compare box there.
Oh yeah.
But you are on the 0.44. So if you go to 0.45 and compare 0.45 with 0.43, we might have some bigger. Yeah.
Okay.
Were they saying that it was also working? Because I saw the one comment there was going from 4.4 to 4.3 fixed it. Does going to 4.5 fix it as well?
No, I think we've seen comments where it's still. So it was introduced in 4.4.
Yeah.
So there's the upgrade to.
Yeah. So go up, James, and so we can take a look into exactly everything that was changed on files changing. Files, yeah. And we can take a look and see. We can go to the bottom, not to the bottom, but yeah, go down, because we can see if the base image was actually changed to use some other new thing also. Like there's that global throttle cache.
Yeah.
Was added. As the upgrades.
A lot of Helm charts.
No.
I hate Helm charts files. I do not hate Helm. I just hate all of those files because I keep doing a lot of messy stuff there.
It's not Helm, it's our implementation.
Yeah, exactly. I hate our Helm charts. To be more clear, right?
Webhooks.
NGINX values. What's this tag? Oh, it's the webhook.
So probably this changes in the build.sh or in the Docker file. If there is something changing and not specifically from the code.
Yeah, I wonder if it's just
Ooh, there
an
we go.
Alpine version issue or like a version of the Lua.
So we had a couple Lua upgrades. Actually, we didn't specify those beforehand, and we removed doing an update.
We are doing actually on the base image.
Okay.
It
Oh, okay.
seems to.
Okay.
In the final image, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, I hit. Okay.
Gotcha. Okay.
So yeah, we did the minor upgrade, and then I don't know. These look like variables.
Yeah, they use that specifically on the build to add those two modules, right? So they are adding the Lua REST IP matcher and the Lua REST global throttle. Probably this is a new throttling module or something like that, but
I don't know what this does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you think if you're throttling, we wouldn't have memory and core dump issues. So I don't know if those correlate.
Well, unless it's not throttling it properly.
That's true.
Or is,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I wouldn't. Yeah, looking at this, I'm just going, okay, well, how many of these can we rip out here and test against the new version, like without that throttling module? Or
we actually can do that.
The actual implementing of it.
The question
Adding it to
is,
the config.
yeah, so my question is if is this something that might be causing the core dumps, or like, because they say that they have a lot of objects, right? And even if those objects, they don't have like any throttling configuration, can this be impacting in something or not? Like, can this be like using a lot of memory or CPU? But I think that this is not something that we are going to figure out right here, but like deep diving, digging into the code and seeing exactly what changed, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So we have 3 more minutes, James. So yeah. So for now, during the afternoon, I'm gonna see with you about creating that new branch.
Tomorrow
Okay.
afternoon.
I was going just to create a branch right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, the actual cutting of the release. Yeah, we can do it tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah.
Let me go check my calendar real quick.
And we can, and what I think we can do is actually prioritize that core dump thing, and if we find why exactly that's happening, so then we are going to cherry pick that to the best version as well.
Yeah. You're an hour ahead, right?
Yeah, that's 2 p.m. right now here.
Okay.
But that's any time for me.
I mean, I planned on doing some more community work after this, but I can save that and we can do, I mean, I can do 5 p.m. tomorrow, which is 6 your time. Is that too late?
No, that's pretty good to me, because I have a community meeting at 5 p.m. here tomorrow.
Okay.
So 6 p.m. here for me it's great.
Okay. Yeah, we're planning on doing that, and we can do the same thing like we did last time. We'll just drop a Zoom in the dev channel. If anyone wants to join, they can, and we'll go from there.
Sounds good to me.
Awesome. Well,
Okay.
thanks
So
everyone for joining.
Pretty productive, folks. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, definitely. It's good
Thank you,
to
guys.
get a jump in here. And James, would it be best to reach out to you and see where we can help out on like the program side of things, or?
Yep, that's strong JZ in Slack, so in the Kubernetes Slack. So
Gotcha. Well, I will be sure to get some people in there and we'll start a conversation.
awesome. Thank you.
All
Bye,
right, great.
everyone.
Great to meet everyone.
you,
Have a good one
folks.
again.
See you.
See ya.
Bye-bye.